My name is Nasiba and I'm a second-year student at Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, majoring in computer engineering. I guess my primary method to enlarge my vocabulary and learning English itself was watching TV shows and films in English with subtitles. That was a method that was recommended by my classmate, I think at 8th grade. When I was struggling to learn English, I have participated in several additional courses, but nothing really helped me to really start speaking English. And that was something that some advice that my classmate told me. And at first I didn't really believe that it would work, but I decided to give it a try. And after I started actually watching TV shows, first with Russian subtitles, then English subtitles, then I have realized that that is really all you need to learn English. And just, I guess, in a year, I got really proficient in English just by watching TV shows. And I think that I recommend it to everyone who asks me how can someone easily learn English, because it is enhanced not only your listening skills but also reading. Well, you're reading the subtitles. One teacher in particular was my 10th year English teacher, and I think that she helped me to overcome the English language barrier and actually start speaking English, because unlike most of the teachers that are conducting lessons in our countries, she speaks fully on English without any single word in any other language. So we had no choice but to understand her and to reply her in English. And I think that I'm really grateful for her that she gave us this opportunity to develop our English. Since I was little, I was really interested in dancing. So when I was in the 1st grade, my mom decided to give me some dancing lessons, and there was some choreography, some national dances, and I really liked it. We, for the next couple of years, I guess until the 5th grade, I participated with my teammates in different competitions, starting from the city to the whole country competitions, and we have won several times, and I got like from bronze to gold medals, and it was a really enjoyable part of my childhood. Moving on to the middle school, I became interested in mathematics. Well, first it started with the fact that I didn't really understand it, and I needed some additional lessons to cover some of the topics that I didn't understand. So I got some lessons, but little did I know that this was not just ordinary mathematics, but Olympiad mathematics. And that was I guess in the 6th grade when I started to pursue my, I guess, mathematic Olympiads career, if you could say so. I decided that I should maybe try to participate in the Olympiads. Maybe I can actually have some place. And at first I didn't get any. I just was a participant, and but that still was a really memorable experience because not only did I start to understand the basic math in school, but I started to learn more, to think more like in a logical way, which was something that helped me for the rest of my life, and I still utilize those skills. So I'm really glad that in the 6th grade I had the opportunity to start my Olympiad mathematics lessons, and I have continued to have them until, I guess, the 9th, 10th grade. I have participated in many Olympiads since then, and I am proud to say that I have won a couple of them. I got the 3rd place in some of the Olympiads, and even had the opportunity to participate in the International Zoltykov Olympiad in 2021. But after that, I unfortunately didn't really have time for the Olympiad mathematics because it was the time when everybody started to prepare for their universities, to prepare for IELTS or different international tests and gather their portfolios, and I decided that I think that I should do that too. Not only that, but that was the time when I started to become interested in IT, and I graduated from Yandex Lyceum, which where for 2 years I learned Python from the very basics to different libraries, object-oriented programming, and developed several projects. And I have graduated from this school in 10th grade, as well as taken a couple of international advanced placement exams, which were on computer science, featuring Java programming language, and Calculus BC, which is equivalent to the first year university calculus curriculum. And I'm glad that I managed to pass them all with a score 5 out of 5. So this was something that I was really engrossed in the 10th grade, which is why I didn't have time and had to give up on the mathematics Olympiads. However, after that, I think it's something that really helped me to get into the universities, and overall to help me to become a high achiever at school, at all the subjects, because I think logic is something that you need everywhere to succeed in any field. And I think that's something that I utilized and helped me. It helped me to graduate from this school that I've mentioned before, which is National School of Physics and Math in Almaty in Kazakhstan. And I can proudly say that I graduated with the gold medal, which was quite a challenge for me since the teachers and the curriculum was a lot harder than in ordinary schools. But I'm glad that I didn't give up. I pursued this goal for the whole 11 years of my studying at school, and managed to graduate. And then I passed the exams here at Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent, and I really wish that I can get enough points to go straightly to the second course, because that's something that really got my attention when I chose the university to enroll into. And I'm happy to tell that I managed to do that. I got 91.07 points out of 100 and got directly onto the second course, which I'm currently pursuing. And now I am busy with, apart from my educational studies here at the university, with some additional projects related to IT to now develop as a professional. Since I think that's what you have to do once you are in the university. So yes, I guess that's quite it. And I hope that in the future I will have even more different achievements, and I hope that they will be related to IT, as it is something that I have chosen as my career, and it will hopefully help me to get into the big tech companies as I've always dreamed of. Well, I think everyone, since they were little, have dreamed of different jobs, that different careers that have changed as the year passed. And this was the same case for me, because in the elementary school, I think I wanted to be a teacher. There was a time when I wanted to be a doctor. There was a time in the 10th grade where when I really wanted to be a bioengineer. I wanted to have the bioinformatics degree. However, I think after taking some courses in Python, which I've mentioned before, the Yandex Lyceum, and having real experience in developing projects, I think that was the time when I decided that I should try out the IT career, because I think it was something that I liked, and I was doing well, and I decided to give it a shot. So I applied for IT sphere at different universities, and I got in here at Turin Polytechnic University. And now I think that I don't regret this decision at all, because here I've had a lot of opportunities to develop as an IT specialist, because we have different project opportunities, and apart from that, I'm really glad that I was able to have several trainings and workshops related to different IT skills for this throughout this year. So with each lesson, each training, I am more and more convinced that it is something where I am supposed to be. So yes, that's why I chose IT. I think it is no secret to anyone that English is essential for working in IT industry, as I think it is considered as a primary language to communicate between IT specialists. Not only that, but all the projects, the programming languages are based on the English. So when you're writing code in the projects, the comments, for example, should be in English, the names of the variables and functions, etc., all of that should be in English. What's more, the resources that are provided in the IT field are mainly in English. So to actually be always updated on what's new, you have to know English. You have to know not just basic English, but the professional vocabulary, and be able to communicate with people like you in the IT sphere. As I chose IT as my professional career, my several past projects were related to this field, and one that I can mention was the last the project that I have developed throughout the previous semester with my group mate. It was a computer science course project, and it was a Telegram bot that we developed using Python libraries such as face recognition and PyTelegram bot API, which is used for student attendance. And it uses the technology of face recognition to compare the photo with the face that is in the video frame, and if it is in our database, then the name of the person is displayed, and if the face is not in the database, then it is labeled as unknown and sent to the admin of the Telegram bot, where there is available functionality, such as counting the number of students that were detected by our face recognition board, and the unrecognized face, and that's where you can actually fill in the name of this unknown person and add it to our database, so it will automatically update this label of the person as the name that you have just inserted. And that was a project that we have developed for a couple of months, I guess. And it really helped me to, again, develop my Python skills, because since I haven't really done anything in Python in the 11th grade, that was a really nice way to remind me of all the nuances of Python and remind me why it is my favorite programming language, because it was really easy to follow, no any complex syntax. But moving to the next project that I've worked this semester, it was a course project on an internship that I have taken, and it was a website which is used to store the collections that you have. For example, it could be some coins, stamps, some silverware, anything. So there are several tabs that you can watch. You can look at the largest collections that you have, the latest items that were added. There is a page of the user where one can add their collections, the items. There are different sorting, filtering functionality, and all the things that have to be there. There is also search available, and this project I have developed using JavaScript, library React. I have developed both front and back end, and that was really my first experience with JavaScript, and I really enjoyed it. And the more I go through different programming languages, through different trainings, the more I realize how much I like programming, how much I like this IT sphere, and what is really pleasant to know that IT specialists here nowadays are really in demand, and that's why I have the opportunity to pursue all of these workshops and trainings absolutely for free, because their goal is to gather some new professionals, and I'm using this opportunity at maximum, I think. Well, as I have mentioned before, I am really into math and programming because, well, I have started liking math since 6th grade when I started pursuing Olympiad mathematics. That's when I have found out that math is not just about some equations and theorems, that there is more to it, that there is a field where you really have to think and not just follow some blueprint. And I think I have always found that really exciting, but quite challenging. And I think that programming is really similar to it, and that's why I've grown to like it, because even though there are some so-called blueprints and algorithms, there is always tasks and different goals that you have to achieve by, again, thinking out of the box and developing your own algorithms, your own ways to solve different problems. And that the fact that nowadays in the 21st century you can solve a lot of global problems through tech, through IT. I think that's why I liked programming so much. As far as I know, there are two types of motivations, intrinsic and extrinsic. And I think that the one motivation that is the most efficient is intrinsic one, is when it comes from inside of you, when you really enjoy the process, the thing that you're doing. And I think that's what motivates me the most throughout everything that I'm doing, throughout my educational studies, different trainings, and some developing some IT skills, because that's something that I like. However, I think each of us have had those days when you have no motivation, have no power to do things. Like, you have a lot of things on your to-do list, but you're really overwhelmed with it. However, you just don't know where to start. And I think that's when I remember why I have started doing that. Because I think there's always tasks that are really tedious and you don't want to do them, and you procrastinate till the very end, and that is one bad habit of mine. However, I really try to overcome it by remembering why I have started to do all of these things in the first place. I remember my goal to become a really good IT professional, to become successful in life, to bring some impact to the world. And I think little by little I just take myself and start working on those tedious, however temporary tasks for the goal that I see before myself. And I think if we're talking about some overwhelming tasks, there is, I think you could say that is a life hack that I usually utilize, is dividing this huge overwhelming tasks into little mini tasks until you find them easy. Because I have this, I have this thing in my mindset that when I find something really difficult, it is hard for me to start. There is some internal fear that I fail because it is some complex thing that I may not be capable of doing. And that's when I decide to divide this big thing into small tasks, which I find not so complex. I think, okay, that sounds pretty easy, and I can start with that. And doing this little tasks one step at a time, you achieve your big complex goal in no time. And that's something that really helped me. I really like the path that I have taken as an IT professional, and in the future, I think that I will continue doing everything that I'm doing now and even more in terms of developing different IT skills, exploring some tech fields. For example, something that I haven't mentioned was the course that I have taken on QA engineering, or you could say so-called testing. And that's the course that I've taken for 3 months and graduated from it too. So I think that I won't give up on that too, and developed in this sphere, as well as learning new things. For example, I am really interested in AI, how it works, and how can I, for example, make it work different way, how developers even approach AI. That is kind of a mystery for me, so I'm really excited to learn about it in the future, and I think that IT world is full of wonders, and there is just, I hope that I have enough time to cover it all, to really know which of these things will be my career as a future, that I would take as a career. And I think that in the future, my main goal is to find myself. Well, my advice for all the students that are currently struggling with their maybe educational studies or have some other problems would be, maybe that sounds pretty basic, but I think that it is the key to the success, and that is never giving up. No matter what struggles you are in, what obstacles do you have to believe in yourself, and as I've mentioned before, you can always remind yourself why you have started this, and let that be your motivator. And not only that, but I think a helpful thing would be when you actually enjoy what you're doing. Find the joy in the things that you do day to day, and you will realize that it is not some heavy duties, but something that you enjoy, and life will become so much easier and more pleasant. So I think if you just believe that they work, then it will actually work, because that once worked for me, and I'm trying to stick to this, I don't know, to this tactics till this day.